Hello and welcome to your astrological vibrations for Saturday, July 4th, 2020 by Gaia Blooming. I am Mimi and our energy mantra for today is kindness is my revolution path. And today for most of us, will have our full moon lunar eclipse in Capricorn. So it may be early in the day, early in the morning on the 5th for some. It's going to be, 9:32 p.m. Pacific time, I think is when the eclipse starts. It's a partial eclipse. We will be able to see it from America, Europe, Africa, and Australia. So that's cool. But wow, this energy that we've been building to, it definitely has some heaviness along it, but I think the thing we really want to look at is this 13-degree energy. There's definitely some major parts to this 13-degree energy. Part of that is America, United States of America, is a Cancer sun sign at 13 degrees Cancer. I just said Cancer energy. So this eclipse is directly opposite that. So if you are in the United States of America, this is definitely kicking off this year, but this eclipse specifically feels like it's kicking off a sort of revolution, evolution for our country. So that's quite powerful. Also, 13-degree energy, that is that revolution, evolution energy. It is Uranus energy, so it triggers. And so we may find that happening beyond the eclipse energy, just feeling very triggered by what's around. Now, I want to remind us all, we're all being called to really work and utilize this Cancer energy and see the shadow of the Capricorn energy that we may have been living or fulfilling. I have, as part of my cards, I have the creativity card. This is the Empress card. So really embodying that nurturing, mothering energy, but being very aware of needing to nurture those triggered parts of ourselves. The Astro today, it does have some fiery, triggery vibes to it. And I would say be very aware of that because the eclipse is bringing up shadow. It's bringing up a lot of emotion. It may bring up parts that have tried to be controlled or stuffed down, that are rising, with the shadow on the moon. I want to talk about the building to the eclipse. So we have the moon in Capricorn making a square with Mars. So Mars in Aries is also bringing that fiery, can't really be controlled, strongly motivated energy. Again, we want to stop and be like, well, what's that motivation? But if you're running on instinct or knee-jerk reactions, that square, feeling that resistance, may just spur you on. So that's early in the day. Moon will be opposite Mercury. Mercury retrograde in Cancer. Again, surfacing old emotional stuff that can be very triggering. A lot of old feelings, and they may not even be yours. They can be ancestral. They may be past life based. You may not know where these energies are coming from, which again can feel really triggering. And then the last connection that we have before the eclipse is the moon connecting to Uranus. So Uranus is in Taurus, and that can be grounding, like at least the Taurus energy is a little grounding. But if you're feeling worth stuff, again, if you're feeling triggered, this energy could set you off as a bunch of fireworks start going off outside. It almost feels like this energy could actually surface people's PTSD. So I don't know where that just came from, but if that's something that you struggle with, be aware of that in this energy and hunker down and again nurture yourself in and through this. The eclipse itself, or the full moon itself, 9:44 p.m. Pacific time, 13 degrees. The Sabian symbol is so perfect for this. A fire worshiper meditates on the ultimate realities of existence. And that really does work with this Cancer Capricorn polarity. Capricorn energy at its highest and best wants us to embody our purpose, our mission, why we came here. That's the purpose of our revolution. That's the purpose of our evolution. That's where we need to liberate ourselves, to move in that direction. And we can do that when we feed in, nurture ourselves, stretch ourselves through compassion for ourselves and for others, rather than trying to show up based on society's values, based on what society says that you should be doing with your life, based on the authorities' American dream, or that instance. What is really true for you? What makes you feel purposeful? What is the point of your existence? And there is a point. This isn't about going, oh my gosh, my life is nothing. No, you're here for a reason. You're here with work to do. And so accessing that, connecting to that, that is the highest and best energy that Capricorn can bring to us. But we've mostly been so busy fulfilling what we've been told we should do. So this is part of taking that authority back, coming back into our own power, achieving from the soul perspective rather than checking off the boxes again of American dream or the shoulds, what you've been told you should do. So this is all part of stretching ourselves, tuning into the purpose of our existence, and shifting that authority back to what is true, to what is important in and through this. Now I want to mention a few things. So all through these eclipses, we've had the North Node in Gemini hanging out at 29 degrees, bringing us into change. And so Capricorn and Cancer can be like, I'm staying right here. The Capricorn's like, I'm just going to climb the ladder up. I will not go this way or that way, just up. Well, North Node in Gemini is like, change is imminent. Change is here for us now. So also tuning into where you are being called to change. Again, through personal evolution, through personal revolution. What is this change for you that's here for you in this energy? Tuning into that will be really important. Palace. We still have Pallas and Jupiter and Saturn hanging out, or not Saturn, Pluto hanging out, and then we have Saturn in here as well. So these Capricorn lessons, it's not going to be just bam and over with this eclipse ending. This is going to be ongoing, especially with the Saturn process, Saturn retrograde for a few more months. It's going to go in to help shift us. So just be aware of this. This is really, I don't want to say the beginning of the revolution because it feels like it's been ongoing, but we've reached another tier of it, and this tier has a certain level of intensity. I don't think I have anything else to say about this eclipse for now. But again, be aware of like the heaviness, the feels, and the intensity, and that there may be some who are really acting or reacting in this energy. So listening to your intuition, honoring that Cancer energy, the mother in you, that intuition, listen to that in and through this. I have the past lives card. So a lot of old stuff is coming up to be processed. I also have got the fighting card and the Thunderbolt card. I feel like, again, this energy may be very triggering, and there may be those who are looking for a fight, or those who are expressing their pain or frustration where we're at, in a reactive state. So be aware that those energies are up. Again, listen to your intuition. I also have the guilt card. You know what? This came up as I was reading cards in my Patreon today. It may come up that you're like, oh, I'm not where I'm supposed to be. I'm not what I'm supposed to be doing. I'm not on purpose, in purpose, any of that. It's not about that. The path that you take is the path that you've meant to take to where you are. Trust in that. What were the lessons that you've learned? It doesn't mean that you can't make the change and go in the direction. I don't care if you're 8 and I don't care if you're 88. You can make that change and you can fulfill your purpose. So do please remember that, because sometimes it's like, oh, I've lost hope, and we can feel that guilt energy. Like, I didn't do what I came here to do. If you're still here, you are still able to do what you came here to do. So just keep that in mind and don't let the shoulds bog you down. So I'm going to leave that here for now. Happy eclipsing. If you celebrate, happy Independence Day in in the highest way we can take that at this time, because I think it's really clear that even though this is something we may celebrate, we're not living completely from that place. But here's an opportunity for a new level of breakthrough. You can book a reading with me. Email me, mimiclark@gmail.com. Besides that, the better it gets, the better it gets. There's more than enough love in the world for you. You have the power, and do stay curious. Namaste.